What is up, guys? It's Nate with Steel Strength Training. I wanted to share something with you guys that's been on my mind since yesterday. I was having a conversation with a couple of my favorite clients. I won't say who because I love all you guys. But a couple of my favorite clients I was talking with yesterday. And we were just talking about how it's so easy to have bad expectations when you start your health and fitness journey. You know, one of these people was saying that when they started at Steel, they expected that after a year, they would have made this absolutely insane transformation. And that basically they would look like they've been working out for the last decade or two. And after being here now for about a year and a half, while they're incredibly happy with their results, they love the progress that they've made, they've also shifted their expectations around what kind of timeline to expect as far as progress goes. And, it's interesting because I think that one of the dangers of having bad expectations or wrong expectations is that we can be making good progress but be frustrated and think that we're not doing something right. I also think that one of the problems of having bad expectations is it makes us more vulnerable to, fad options, fad diets, fad workout plans, things like that. We're constantly looking for the secret weapon, the magic bullet, the special key that's going to unlock all the progress. And what it boiled down to at the end of our conversation, we just realized, for them looking back over the last 18 months of their health and fitness journey, what has contributed to the amazing progress that they've made is primarily time and consistency. And there's definitely a place, or there's definitely, it's worth having a conversation around, what is the best training program? What's the best thing for me to do with my diet? What's the best thing for me to do with my sleep? What kind of activity, cardio, etc. should I be doing outside the gym? It does make sense to try to have the best plan possible. It makes sense to try to do best practices, if you will. But the reality is no plan is perfect, and the thing that matters most is that you have a plan, a solid plan, ideally as good as possible, but it's a solid plan that you can stick to over time and be consistent with. And then it got me thinking, my own health and fitness journey, when I look back over the last 12 years that I have been working out, pursuing health and fitness, the things that have driven progress for me are time and consistency. And it's interesting because when I get ahead of myself and I've tried to do, some crazy diet or some crazy training program in hopes of really, really speeding up my progress in a crazy way, I often end up suffering for it. Maybe it does the thing that it says it's going to do. Maybe the fad diet does for you what it says it's going to do. Maybe it's going to help you lose weight really quickly, but you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what the downstream effects are. Is it going to cause health problems? Are you going to get off the diet and regain the weight? There are a lot of things like that will deliver what they say they deliver, and yet we don't think or don't know of the downstream effects that are not positive. And so again, the biggest thing is to pick a plan that is going to help you, or that you're going to be able to do for a long period of time and do it consistently. And then I realized this doesn't just apply to health and fitness, but rather this applies to every area of life as I think about, my business. There have been times over the years where I've tried to find the magic key to getting tons of new clients, and I've found some solutions that will do that for me, and yet the downstream effects of that are not good. I didn't think to ask, well, what type of clients are these? Are they going to stay long term? Are they going to be a good fit for the culture? And so I got the short-term effect that I wanted with some of these tactics that I've used in my business in the past, and yet the ultimate effect was negative. It wasn't good. And so I've realized some practices are better than others, but I need to just keep showing up with my business, with my gym, and doing the things that are gonna deliver a great service and grow the business, and just do those consistently over time. And then as I'm talking about this, because I'm definitely an external processor, and this is just kind of off the cuff here, I realize now as I'm even speaking about this, it's not just in fitness and health, it's not just in work, but I also think it's in relationships. You know, there are a lot of different ways that you can have a successful marriage, that you can have a successful relationship with your kids, successful relationships with your friends, with your community. There's a lot of different ways, a lot of different tactics you can use, just like there are a lot of different methods and tactics you can use for fitness and health. There are a lot of different ways, tactics you can use for business. There are a lot of different tactics you can use for your relationships, but the important thing is that you pick something and do it consistently over time. So if you're looking for the secret to health and wealth and happiness and relationships, I would just point you in the direction of consistency and time. The results are not sexy. It's all about taking baby steps, take the next step. But, I think just like the tortoise and the hare, the faster route isn't always the most effective. It's not always truly the fastest way to get to where you're going. So focus on what you can do consistently over time. And I would bet that your health and your fitness, that your work, your business, and that your relationships will improve.